Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Story Mode Time. It is going to be a bit of a combination between Story Mode and Daily Dose, so bear with me. I will attempt to put the timestamps in the thumbnails, and enough if he wants to do the timestamps again, that would be fantastic. A shout out to him. He is the Shoe Nation General on the Discord. So make sure you're jumping into our Discord, saying hello, saying thank you to him as well. Um, I think that's just it's a sign of the times, right? I probably should have started timestamps a long time ago, but now I feel like as the videos get a little bit longer, people like to go to the sections that they like to watch, which is fantastic, of course, and I cannot blame you one little bit. But in terms of today, I figure we're going to start off with a little bit of an overview, and I want to give you an overview mainly because there's some things that you need to understand about story mode number four, and that's power level. So power level in this game, um, it can be inflated. So when I mean it can be inflated, there's so many ways for you to boost your overall, just your pretty numbers on the screen. But the true indicator of your character's power is down here, where I'm tapping. So each of your characters has its own individual power base. Obviously, the higher they are, the stronger that they can perform. Generally speaking, you're going to get much more power boosts from, obviously Vanquisher gear sets, level sevens, and you want to keep that in mind. Okay, so when you're going to fight things in Beast Realm or even the story mode, for argument's sake, or even Trials, which is kind of the newest thing that's popped up, you're probably like, man, why am I getting my ass kicked when it gives me a recommended power level like way under what I am? And it's probably because your actual characters themselves aren't as powerful as you think. So if you added everything up on the screen, you probably would realize I mean, would we actually get to 5 billion just based on the figures we have? I don't think so. We'd be closer to potentially four. So then you got to think, well, where is the rest of my power coming from? The biggest place that your power is actually going to come from outside of this is going to be your combination charms and your beasts. So they're the other place where you're going to find that your power gets sort of higher and higher and higher, but that doesn't always translate into true ability. So your beasts only proc once a battle, just so you know. It only happens once each fight, so you can't really depend on that additional little bit of damage or that burst or that heals realistically to sustain you for a 10 round fight. I hope that makes sense to a lot of people. Let me know in the comment section below if that kind of makes sense to you too as well. But another thing too is like just your wings, your outfits, your wings, things like that. They add in their own sort of secondary form. However, they're not. It's not a true evaluation. So realistically speaking, the outfit is nice because I buff the entire party with it. Um, but then my wings really, I mean, they buff the party too, but after a certain point, you kind of have to keep going higher and higher and higher in order for them to actually be substantial. So even like when we're talking about your base set wings here, I mean, it's going to boost your power, absolutely, and it's going to look very, very pretty on the screen. But the reality is, it's not actually going to give you very much in terms of statistics. It's just mainly for aesthetic reasons. However, as you progress along, and I'm really, really excited, and I commented on Brother Ah Woo's video, they're going to release some of these feather shards in the, what is it, the arms race. They're going to cost 100 and 150 merits a piece. So this is kind of where you got to keep in mind too. You're going to get boosts from external sources like your wings, your beasts, and of course your charms. And not to mention your index scores and a newest addition to the game, your Stark Armor as well. Arguably, though, Stark Armor is a little bit more intuitive because, excuse me, it does give you some damage resistance. It also gives you some damage bonuses depending on which ones you've got. If I can show you an example real quick. Is there one down here? I'm just looking for a legendary variety. There we go. So total resistance versus Warlord plus 3.5%. Total damage against Way plus 2.8%. So these things are like little hidden gems that do add to your overall ability to kill things. But just be mindful, as a rule of thumb, when I talk about the averaging of power levels and progressing, it really comes down to how you've individually built your account. Now, I want to go ahead and we managed to hit level 110. So we're starting to approach late game, I guess, would be a word to use. Although, historically speaking, late game in this game is probably anything pre 100. Um, Basically, because then you have access to everything. But at 120, you get the Ascended feature. Spoiler alert: we did go pretty good with Heaven's Dragon, so we're going to start deploying this, and I think we should get to around 5.8 billion power, maybe 6 billion, but we'll have to see. So let's go ahead and upgrade this bad little dragon. Although you're not really little, are you? Kind of big. And again, this is just an indicator. Me starring this guy up is going to give me lots and lots of power. However, how does that power actually translate into actual battle damage? If it's realistically only for one turn, you got to ask yourself that question, because at the end of the day, it doesn't really translate into a lot of real damage. I will probably say this is the exception to the rule, because Heaven's Dragon buffs. So Heaven's Dragon is actually a buff monster and it heals as well. Um, we can basically look at it from a little point of view here. At the end of your third hero's round, so this is still within the first round of attacking. Heals your front row, heals, and your back row covers rage. The ally with the lowest HP gains gust, which is a dodge effect. And then all allies gain 25% damage bonus and damage reduction. So because it's a damage buff and damage bonus, sometimes it's better to slot, and this is probably one of the rare situations that I would slot some of your damage dealers at round or slot 4 and slot 5 or slot 6, just to maximize the total damage the Heaven Dragon is going to give you. But again, this is definitely what I would say is late game. These kinds of strategies nobody really talks about. So if you're interested in this sort of stuff, if you're really interested, make sure you jump onto our Discord, have a chat with us. I'm interested in mining maxing. Not gonna lie, I've always tried to do that no matter what game I've ever been on. As you can see, that G2 definitely boosted our power up just then. We're gonna try and enhance these guys. We'll just hit this enhance button here. Keep going, keep going, keep going. I'm just gonna keep tapping it. Tapper, tapper, tapper. Let's go all the way. Yeah, we go. 595, pretty close to getting there. And of course, PB had an extra Fire Kitty in the bag. This might just be enough to get us over the 6 billion mark. We'll see. There we go. Edged it out. I had a feeling deep in my soul that we are going to get that. So there you go, 6 billion. But that was a great indicator that realistically we just got 800 million power off beasts. We didn't touch our fucking characters. We just got it off the beasts. So don't be alarmed if you jump into here and you're like, but PB, you told me, you said, I swear you said it, that I could fight this, excuse me, just got to move a bit, that I could fight this guy and I could clear it on 4.5 billion to 5 billion. Just be aware. Just be aware that some of that is not always going to be the case. Now, I'm going to put you up here. We're gonna play around with this a little bit. We're going to go you like this. Yeah, we're going to go like this, and we're going to slot you too. Now, in this game mode, particularly story mode, I would strongly recommend running the Haltao Healer's Charm in slot 2, and then running Demon's Roar if you've got it in slot 1. everybody in the game should have Savior's Charm. If you don't have Savior's Charm, I at this stage of the game, I'm not sure what you've been doing. You need to invest in Savior's Charm. The main reason is because it repels status effects on your character. So make sure you're going and investing in that. Try to get that as high as you possibly can. Demon's Roar is probably not. It's not necessary to clear this, but it is nice. But a lot of people would go with Moonlight Dancer first. I absolutely agree in terms of like legendary charms. Moonlight is up there as probably the best slot one. However, for this dungeon run, remember this is not PvP, this is PvE. It is a little bit different. So I would strongly recommend running Demon's Roar for the damage reduction that the enemy's going to face come round four. And obviously, we're going to get the boost from the dragon and the heals from the dragon as well, which is going to be fantastic. Now, you don't have to run Sun Quan, it's absolutely up to you. Um, I personally run Sun Quan just for the stun chance. It's he's not really good for PvE. Yeah, he's more of a PvP. I'm actually gonna probably swap him out in a second, to be honest. Now, in terms of like the power of time upgrades, I would strongly recommend either going with uh, attack debuff such as Shock and Awe or Charity for the end of round healing. Early on, you're probably going to be like, man, I'm crushing it, these guys are so easy, and I'll be like, you know what, absolutely, you're probably right, they are easy. However, there's so many of them that you have to fight that eventually it just becomes a bit of a nightmare. We're actually going to transform into UG for this purpose of the video, only because he is an AoE hero, so I figured that's probably a wiser choice. However, you're going to notice that all these little traps appear that kind of look like thorns. If you click on it, it will give you a warning. Basically, if you step on that, you are going to wish you did not step on that because it's going to kill you. So don't step on the trap, trust me. But in terms of like making some progress here, it is pretty linear. There's no real tips or tricks in terms of like which path you should take. They're all pretty stock standard. However, you're going to see it. I'm going to show you. Obviously, everybody's going to be on the same boat. The biggest problem you're going to face is the fact of the frequency of enemies. So, excuse me 1 second. Just have to make a quick adjustment. Uh, and we managed to kill those guys. So, accuracy, damage to back row increase, and accuracy. Block strength. I think we'll just go with accuracy. Again, I would recommend picking what works for you. Um, to get past this stage, you stamina. Damn it. Are we have we run out of stamina already? Oh my gosh. Of course we did. You know why? Because we're trying to bloody chase level 210. So how are we gonna get stamina, PB? How are we gonna get stamina? Let's check the Legion real quick. We're close. Alright, how many we got? No, we're not that close. I looked at 213 is not that close. Wait, is that my total contribution? No, I think that's just the overall contribution. So you know what we're gonna have to do? We're gonna have to go over to the arena. Yes, we are. Is Warrior class up yet? Nope, still not. Let's go into here. Let's do some challenges. We'll do 10. We'll blitz 10. We got one stamina pill. I think we'll have to blitz another little bit. And we got two more stamina pills. Okay, perfect. Ah, thankfully we managed to get some stamina pills because that would have been awkward. So let's just use those. I think we're gonna have enough by the end of this anyway. If not, all right. Hmm. I mean, it's not. Excuse me. It's not optimal. It's not optimal. I'll give you that. I much prefer having Lubu up the front and it's fine. It's fine. We're just testing things out here. This is definitely not the way that V18 wants me to run it, but that's okay because I don't think his way was any better. Let's just keep going up here. Let's grab this. So this is the for the traps. Now, once you start to unlock this, you'll see that the pathway clears. So there was fire down here. Now there's no more fire. Basically, you just need to keep going through the courses. Literally, you pretty much have to fight everything. That's the biggest downside of this current chapter is you realistically have to keep fighting everything. Um, Not that they're super strong. It's just that they eventually wear you down. Being unable to heal in story mode is frustrating. Um, I mean, we should be okay. We should be fine. There we go. There we go. Increase crit strength without a doubt. Now it's going to give you a little introduction and say, the guys in that tent are super fucking powerful, dude. Don't fight them, you'll die. I would agree. They're not to be trifled with. Maybe if you're, oof, I don't know, maybe 7 to 8 million. Sorry, billion. You could probably give them a go, but they are pretty damn strong. I'll give you an example in a second, or at least you can have a look at them. Silence, beautiful. Demon's Roar should kill at least one of them. And then Mechanical Bird kill the other one. And Lubu should finish them off. Very nice. Alrighty then. What about this? Damage reduction, evasion. I guess we'll just do generic damage reduction. Better than defense, that's for sure. Alright, so we unlocked that trap, which means that we can now access this point. Let's go in here. So this is an elite tent. By now, I think everybody should probably be able to tell it's an elite tent by its flag on the top and the way it looks. But basically, we do not want to fight those guys. The reason being is there you go. You've got Cao Cao, Lu Bu, Liu Bei, Dao Chen, Zhao Yu, and Guan Yu together. The Generation 5 dudes are all there chilling to kill you. Yeah, they're not fun. They're not fun at all. I wouldn't recommend it. Now, this stage is, again, you just need to go in here and you need to kill each three of these tents, and I'll show you in a second why. You need to kill all these tents, and then you need to go over to the left again and kill more tents and unlock the trap, and then you need to kill even more tents. Guess what? There's lots of tents killing. Yeah, I mean, I'll have to fine tweak this. I'm gonna have to fine tune this one up, I think. I'm not disappointed with the damage. I'm just used to killing things a lot quicker, which makes sense, right? You get used to stuff. But we have a look at the statistics. How much more damage are we doing? Um, I guess it's the real test is going to be is it going to be Lu Bu? Yeah, it's going to be Lu Bu. So the real test is going to be Lu when we fight him Saturday when we actually give him a bit of a whack. I want to see just how much more damage we can do with the damage bonus from the 4-star dragon, Divine Storm. I mean, 25% additional damage is no joke. I mean, if you add that together with Dank Stash combo, which I intend to do, that's an additional, 15%. So you're looking at 40% damage bonus by round one, by the end of round one. So Lou at that stage could probably shine a little bit more. Alrighty then, let's grab you, tap to go. And then we're going to fight one more here. Hmm. I'm actually thinking about replacing Gia. Been thinking about it for a little while. I'm thinking maybe I could just build up Tokugawa. It's a terrible idea. Or I just wait for the Mystic, yeah, the Mystic heroes or the SB heroes in the Korean version. Um, I mean, I like him. He still does a bit of damage. Like he's always going to be one of my favorite. But I don't know if he just if he, I don't know if he does enough. I kind of I'm getting to the point of the game where I just need bursty damage or CC like silence. It would be very painful if they introduced a sort of like counter to silence. Obviously, some nations are stronger against other nations for intensive purposes, but be nice to have a full silence team. Kind of, yeah. Anyway, that's just me talking to myself, thinking about it out loud. It would be nice to have an absolute beast of a silence team and shut down the enemy team, and then be able to burst them down, and yeah, not have to worry about them being able to kill us because obviously they're silenced. I'm thinking though, in terms of that, like a silenced team against the Shu Nation is going to be lethal because Shu depends strongly on their active abilities and rage generation. So that'll be interesting. Increased crit, sure thing. So basically, we did all that shit so that we could unlock this charm. Rumbling in the northeast, and then basically a trap gets triggered. Now, pharmacy, that's the only pharmacy available in the game. Well, not in the game, in this game mode. If you want to go all the way back up here, basically this is the final push, the final countdown. I'm assuming that we're going to be able to clear this because we haven't had too much of a difficulty. So we're going to fight this guy, and then we're going to go all the way up to the elite, and then I'm going to go down and use that healing charm just to be safe, just to heal up. I want to have full HP or close to full HP by the time I fight the final boss. You may need to have that. You may need to use this sooner. If you're at half HP right now, I would say you won't be able to finish this. Come back when you're a little bit stronger. Of course, go ahead and unlock as much as you can and get as many of the treasure chests. But at this stage, if you're at half health, I would say you're not going to be able to clear. You're not be able to get it. Yeah, you're just not going to be able to clear it. Your team's not quite strong enough, unfortunately. It's a bad reality, but make sure you're doing slot 2 of your savior's charm. It's very important. As you can see, that gives us that little bit of a top up. If you're ever worried about how do you find your health bar, it's always going to be above your head. So I think we're down at least 10%. So if you're at half that green bar, yeah, I would say you're probably going to find it's going to be very, very hard to kill the next couple of other ones. Hello, sir. We're in the middle of a video. And then we can fight these guys. I don't know. I don't know if it's gonna be. I don't know if it's gonna be beneficial to swap up my formation right now. I could always just go slot 1 and get the kills early on. Um, I probably don't need to though. To be honest, I still feel like this is a viable way of doing it. I'm hoping Hao Tao can kick in soon and then give us a bit of a heal and a bit of a cleanse. Yep, this should happen now. So his cleanse ability is called Repel, and basically takes away a layer of CC or whatever is affecting your status on your heroes. So we took a little bit of damage that round. We'll go accuracy, I think. So we're down to about, I'd say 15 to 20% HP, closer to 20% at this stage. So hopefully, yeah, hopefully we're gonna have enough. I'm anticipating we're gonna have enough. Enough juice in the tank to make this happen. Oh, he stunned me. That's not good. Lou got stunned, but that's okay. Old mate Moto Chico over here doing his work, getting the silencers off. Dao Chan should probably stun some people too. Always say she stuns, man. She never stuns anyone. What are you talking about, PB? She fucking silences them. Oh, combo Phoenix Twin. Should be able to kill you. Yep. Moonlight Dance doing its job, getting the silencers out. And that's pretty much it. He's going to kill both of them. Whenever is killed, no, we don't want that. Let's just do attack reduction. That times very nicely with the old Demon's Roar. So I'd say we're probably about 25% health down at this stage. Hmm. Fucking stuns. Gun in, you annoying little thing. Very, very annoying character. That's alright. I think we're going to kill Dao Chan. Yep. And it's going to proc you, which is great. So this guy's got the Cyan Rook. Interesting. Earthquake combo. Again, I wouldn't mind investing in the Earthquake combo. I've been thinking about it. What do you think? Is that going to be the next combo to invest in? Next legendary? I assume it's a legendary. I could be wrong though. Good thing is our Cyan Rook hasn't procced yet, meaning we haven't got below 50% HP. And we finish him in round three. Alright. So the battle become invincible. So this is it. So this is the final countdown. As you can see, we're around 60% HP. So this is the dude right here. He's the elite team. So before we get that, we're going to top ourselves up 100%. This is kind of like a tactical thing to do. I would say do this if you can. If you get to this point and you're like, halfway there, halfway in the HP bar, this is probably going to be the best option to do. Um, I probably wouldn't recommend attempting to do this under 5 billion power, but you could actually get really lucky with some of the power ups, or you could just have a really strong billion power level team. Too far away, where your individual team members all have a billion power, which would be great. Although in saying that, that would mean that you have more than fucking 6 billion. Disregard that last comment. Let's get in there. All right, let's fight these guys. Last but not least, yeah, I doubt these guys are going to be able to kill me. Oh, I say that. I don't want to jinx it, but I feel like this is it. And we got the silencers going off. Demons Roar. They are pretty tanky, though. I will give you that. And these guys use legendary charms as well. The kite. Hey, Lubu. Fucking shrekking it. Go, Lubu. Go. I don't know if that's just a damage bonus or whatever else is going on, but I'll take it. Karkanen get some stuns out. Yep. I mean, I'd almost hazard a guess to say that these guys could have pulled this off with 60% HP. But why? Well, why risk it? Why risk it for the biscuit? Let's just get in there and do it. Hmm. Oh, these guys are gonna survive until round four, are they? Interesting. And I'm pretty sure this is gonna be game over in a sec. Pretty much. Let's just speed that up. Lubu's gonna kill both of these guys, and then old mate is gonna pretty much just kill them one by one. Demon draw, get that debuff out. And that's it. I assume that's it. I would be annoyed if there was another dude behind here that had to fight. Not gonna lie. I believe the game would do that to me. Um, just to be sure. There's no treasure chest. No, let's just grab it. Looks the man inside is holding an Imperial Seal. And she'll take it. Wonderful. A tap to obtain. Let's go. Perfect clear. That's us done. Rising Light. Alright, so that means one last thing. We need to equip that bad boy. Let's go here. Let's activate. Get that attack bonus plus 8%. Woo, that actually pushed it up quite a nice bit. That's like 30 million right there. All right. Well, thank you so much for watching so far. If you stuck around till the end, I hope that you all can manage that. Realistically, I would say you need to be at least 5 billion to be safe, potentially higher, but hopefully you can all tell me that you all succeeded. That last stage is not really tricky. It's just a lot of fights. I guess the only strategy would be saving that healing until you get to the elite or as close to the elite battle at the end as possible. Um, and of course, understanding that you don't have to rush it. I mean, an attack buff is nice, but it's really just an additional part of the game. It's not really an indicator of anything that's, like, oh, I've cleared it. It is what it is. You just get some attack stuff out of it. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one.